Yo, so we're looking at Lopez knocking out Concepcion. Uh, I think that Bob Arum is doing a beautiful job dancing Gamboa and Lopez around each other, letting them build themselves up into big names. Uh, I think he got a lot. I think there's still a lot of holes in Lopez's game, though. Don't make no mistake. I think that if he does go against Gamboa, that Gamboa is gonna put them things on him. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a brilliant fighter, but I don't feel Gamboa would have ever tasted the mat against Concepcion. But what are you gonna do? But still, take nothing away from Lopez. He's still a spectacular fighter, man, and I look forward to seeing any of his fights, and especially the Gamboa one, because then we will have, you know what, that fight that he's gonna get next with Marquez is gonna be a real test of his mettle, and to see if, actually, that fight after Marquez, I would think it would be about time for a Gamboa fight, but who knows? And not counting Marquez out, he came back in stunning fashion over Vasquez, but at the same time, we weren't getting the same Vasquez that we were accustomed to from fights before. But taking nothing away from Vasquez, I just think that whole eye injury and a lot of other things just caused a lot of problems. But anyway, yeah, man, I see that being a pretty good fight that could really go either way. Because take nothing away from Marquez. Marquez is a very technical fighter, and he'll come out there and give it to you, and he's very skilled. So I'm wondering if his wars with Vasquez and just his experience and record in general would be enough to pull out that win over Lopez. But I'm not taking anything away from the spirited Lopez either. But yeah, man, it's gonna look good. It looks like it's really good. And now that we have on the horizon, Mike Jones can either, and I ain't talking the rapper either, Mike Jones can either challenge Pacquiao or Berto. And he's doing the smart thing by calling out Berto because, he doesn't have a chance of landing a Pacquiao fight right now. But Berto is a doable fight, a doable match. So, it's going to be interesting to see if Berto chooses to take that fight, because Mike Jones is a solid fighter, and he's bringing the noise in that division that's already deep. And the junior welterweight division is deep too, man. Boxing is getting thick regardless. All the weight divisions. I don't want to say all of them, but featherweight's looking good. Welterweight's looking really good. Lightweight, is making a little bit of noise. Super middleweight is definitely making noise. Junior middleweight is making noise. It's just like the president, I believe, of the boxing section, I guess, of HBO. He was like, there's enough going on, because he said he really has no interest in the heavyweight division right now, which a lot of us don't. They still put together, they rally some decent fights right now, but now at this point, I don't want to get ahead of myself. But anyway, he said that there's really no interest in the heavyweight division, and the lighter divisions are thick enough to carry us through this heavyweight drought. Tell you the truth, I'm not a big fan of the heavyweight division in general. I always like the lighter weight classes because it's I feel that you see more speed and precision and skill in those divisions, but taking nothing away from the heavyweight, because we got a lot of our greats from the heavyweight division. But anyway, what I was going to say earlier is that if it's not one of the Klitschko's fighting each other, then we don't want to see it unless it's David Haye or perhaps Tomas Adamic. Perhaps, you know. And David Haye is a coward. That's what else can I say? What else can I say right now? David Haye is a loudmouth punk. You know, he sat there and called out the fucking Klitschko's. He's walking around wearing T-shirts with severed heads and whatnot, and you get the chance. There, Vladimir, if I'm not mistaken, was it Vladimir or Vitalik? Man, I think it was Vladimir. Shit. Fuck it. It was one of the Klitschko's, and it's the one that I wanted to see him fight. The number 1 ranked one right now. The youngest one, matter of fact. I think that's Vitalik. I don't know. I get it mixed up. But anyway, he was willing to do the match, David. Let me get up on them. He was willing to do the match, David. You know, and you bitched out. Like he said on the YouTube video, you bitched out on the both Klitschko's already. You know, you bitched out, man. And you know, me as a boxing fan, am disappointed because I wanted to see that, and that fight had the potential to bring the light back to the heavyweight division, if just for one night only. Just for one night only, David. And you robbed boxing of that. You robbed us of that because you're chicken shit. And you fucking fuck with these motherfuckers. And I used to... You know what, man? I cut for Golden Boy. I got love for Golden Boy. And a lot of my favorite fighters fight for Golden Boy. But it's like, man... What's up with this bullshit? You know, you coddle these fighters or you let them dance around fights. I understand, you know, that you're trying to generate money, generate the most revenue from something. But at the same time, man, sometimes it's time to capitalize on some shit. We need this shit. We're fucking coming out of a recession. The economy needs to be jolted with major events like this, you know? Same thing with Pacquiao Mayweather, man. Do the shit. And you know what? They keep on, man, and the fight's going to get stale, you know, and nobody's really going to give a fuck, man. You know, because honestly, if we don't do this thing by November or by early next year, man, by like around springtime next year, I don't give a fuck no more, man, because by that time it's like Timothy Bradley, Devon Alexander, fucking Khan, even Maidana, the Super 6 middleweight tournament, all that shit's gonna be going on, diverting my attention away from this little fucking thing y'all are doing. You know what I'm saying? So let's get away from that and go. You know, this could be Aaron running his mouth, you know, because he's known to do that from time to time. But he said that all terms have been agreed to, and Mayweather has 2 weeks to sign the fucking agreement. Now there's Arum again, just going. They should have signed a contract. Breach of contract. They had a fucking muzzle guard on the negotiations. Don't talk to the fucking press, man. You know, and you keep doing this shit, letting out little shit here and there. It's fucking up. I haven't heard shit from Schaefer, from Floyd, from De La Hoya, nobody. You know what I'm saying? But we hearing shit from fucking Pacquiao's entourage, fucking Bob Arum. Let's just get this shit done already, man. Let's get the fucking move on. This is Invincible Armor. Peace.